Hi everybody, I'm using my old camera. Well, and you can't see much of Jack there, but basically I just find, because I can't tweak my other camera so well, when I take my guys outside, they're just not as nice as I'd really like them to be. And what I'm doing is I want Jack to come out because I want to take him outside. Boyo. Because I think you'd like it, even though it's still a little bit warm out there at the moment, but cooler than what it would have been, even half an hour ago. It's getting on to 5 o'clock, so I feel that it's a good time to get Jack out and to talk about keeping our snakes happy in their life and how I see that for snakes in captivity especially. So I'll be back because I cannot get Jack out with a camera in my hand, so I will have to come back. I won't be long. Okay, here we go with the fellow. I'm pretty sure that he's looking at needing the toilet, and I am going to shut this door because I know my dogs, sorry, that's a bit closer, are going to be barking their heads off at the kids across the way playing and making a lot of noise. And Cosmea is here to join me, although it's really pretty much time for her to eat. But yeah, this is certainly a part of keeping our snakes happy. I'll spin this around. Is for my guys, especially my big guys, who know outside is toilet time, and they certainly are much happier I can tell you, much happier being able to come outside and use the toilet than having to use their enclosure. So, I do make a point of getting them out and going, no, that's not too hot, is it? I know you want to give kisses and stuff, but Jack is like, hang on a minute, I'm finally outside and I'm getting bombarded with Mia, who is so insistent on getting a lot of the attention, actually. I don't blame her. This is a little bit about her having time with me, but it keeps her in tune with my snakes as well. They've all been around each other for a long time, so I like to continue that bond, and that's all a part of happiness for all animals, is to interact with us humans and of course other animals, and yes, a weird combination, a snake and of course a cat, but why not? They've been and pretty much grown up together, well, for 4 years of Mia's life anyway, because she was only a little 8-week-old kitten when she came through the door. So 4 years is a long enough time for them to get to know one another and get used to each other, and and find peace and harmony with one another. And I certainly know that my snakes are not objectionable with having the cats around them. The cats have never hurt them, and good boy, because this is what it is all about, isn't it, buddy? Is coming out and leave his tail alone so that he might be able to go to the toilet with a little bit of peace and quiet without you licking his tail on him. He doesn't need that while he's going to the toilet especially. But happiness, you know, people perceive that differently as we do, as even a human. But we are so much more complex as a human as to what we find as happiness in our lives. And that isn't, you know, for a snake. It's just really quite simplistic. They don't really ask a lot to be happy in our lives. And for me, exclude the full bellies and their warmth and their humidity, or even, you know, the enclosures or whatever you keep your snake in. You know, push all that aside and think about, well, what else? I wish you'd moved a little bit further along to go to the toilet, but I guess I'm not going to complain. The fact is that you're doing it outside and you're not actually doing it in your enclosure, and that makes me happy, and that makes you happy, doesn't it, Jack? But they are very simplistic in keeping them happy, but a part of that is being able to come outside and use the bathroom and not have to dirty in their enclosures all of the time. You know, there are times where I have not been quick enough. Not that I've not been quick enough. I haven't been around when they've really desperately needed to go. Although Jack has always been really brilliant at hanging on for me, and that kind of tells me a lot about Jack. I have to remember my finger. He's going to the toilet. Please leave him be, Mia. He doesn't like to be disturbed while he's concentrating. But yeah, that's one way of, I know that they're happy about that. Being able to come out, just to be able to come out, is happiness to them. Being around us is happiness to them. Being able to roam and have some freedom outside of their enclosure is happiness for them. And that is just 3 very simple, easy things to do in their lives to keep them happy. And to me, they are very easy things to do for your snakes, is just give them those few little things, and you will have a much happier, contented snake, I think, is what it is. A snake that is less likely to be wanting to bite you. They see you as somebody that gives them happiness in their lives, and they show their appreciation by becoming your best friend, actually, and enjoying being around you in your life. But I can't see Jack, Mia. You're kind of, crowding, aren't you? But you always do. But I'm trying to keep up with where he is, of course. Where you going, buddy? You've done your mess. So, and my battery's going flat as well, which is pretty typical. So I'm going to quickly run inside so I can get you some distant shots of Jack. Okay, finally found the other battery, because I really haven't used this camera for a while. But we found it, Jack. Having a good old listen, are you, at things? And thinking to yourself, wow, we haven't been out a lot, and as you can see, the grass is just, green patches around, but most of it is just dying at the moment, and we've just had solid hot days consistently every day of the week. And as much as I'm so grateful that we have the glorious weather that we do have here, it does get hot, and it stays hot for a long time. The best part for me, though, is that for spring and even autumn, and of course winter, during the day I can get my guys outside. So I'm really, really grateful for those days over the winter when that sun is shining. It's beautiful to, of course, get out here and bring the guys. So yeah, just like I said, keeping them happy is what it is all about for me. And as I also said, it's not very hard to do when you really think about it, and connecting it all together and understanding that happiness absolutely means a healthy snake as well. We're happy, no stresses, no worries. We have less health issues. Snakes are the same. Often I'll go to type the word snack or anything that is SN, so to speak, and it's automatic to type snake, and I'm always correcting that word. Just goes to show how much they're on my brain and how often I may type that particular word in. I'm on my phone or on the computer, and yeah, it happens a lot. But so Jack can have a little bit of time out here now. He's done his business. Now it's just time to have a little bit of a look around and check things out, and then he'll come back inside. So guys, keep your snakes happy. Bring them outside if you can, of course. Just get them out. So take care of yourself, your family, your friends, your snakes. Of course, your other animals, as I try and zoom in on Mia there. Ciao.